Hello my dears, welcome to my channel. It's truly Tranium. Today's topic is the Book of Tea from Lupicia. This is a Japanese-based company that will become a tea tasting series. I will be discussing the different types of teas and each of their nuances. Here we are. This is the cover of the book. It is gorgeous, and the title of the Book of Tea, it's a 2016 La Belle Époque collection. La Belle Époque is the French term that means beautiful era. It is between 1871 and the end of 1940. It was a period of stability where fashion, technology, and the arts flourished and thrived. This book comes with 30 types of teas, and we'll be going through each one. And I'll teach you, my dears, how to brew each tea and indicate their country of origin and its history. It also has a little booklet which describes each tea in detail. And it comes with 30 tea bags, and also it has its own tea, also named La Belle Époque, and it comes with a original dessert, which is a little tea caddy spoon. So it's such a well thought out book. It also has a whole bunch of quotes from different novels. It's just beautifully done. And here's the back. It also has all the different teas. And I received this from my mother on my one of my birthdays. It was the 2016 edition, and yeah, it's very well thought out. We'll also talk about the booklet. So here's the booklet, and I'll open it up, and I'll read the first paragraph that they introduced in the book. The Orient, the vast area spreading from the Middle East to the Far East. Once considered by Europeans as such wonderful particular place of adventures and romances, filled with unknown creatures, plants, thriving in such mystifying environment. Many artifacts such as silk, ceramics, and exotic spices from the East were valued extremely high then. Then tea was no exception. It is eagerly welcomed and quickly gained popularity as a fashionable new pastime, beverage, in European culture. And actually, the Book of Tea in 1906 was written by Okaru Kazuo, and it shows a little bit of that history in that as well. And it was a book about basically the philosophy and which is spreading the customs of the Oriented East, like Chado, the tea ceremony, and it was later set for this book, which is of course the Book of Tea. So we'll be going through each one. So inside this booklet they also show the different types of tea that are in here with its description and Japanese. But today's tea, we'll be talking about this one. Lupicia's signature blend packed in this limited edition tin. La Belle Époque, a unique blend of Darjeeling which is a full-bodied tea, and it has a trace of nostalgic aroma. We'll see about that. So let me put this here, and we can take it out. So it comes in this limited edition tin. So here's the loose leaf. I'll open it up just to let you all see. So you can see, so these definitely have buds, and maybe this looks like second flush because it has, the leaves are a little bit larger, maybe the second and the third leaf. This is summer flush is basically the blend that tea pickings that are from the summer. So that's basically, so I'm going to give it a bit of sniff, the dry leaf. So it is quite brisk, malty, and it has a bit of aroma of basically Darjeeling. I don't really sense the, well, maybe a little bit of floral rose, some rose. So I'll close that up so nothing more can get opened up. So basically Darjeeling tea refers to a black tea which is light and full-bodied, fruity, a bit fruity and floral, has some floral notes, touch of briskness. When steeped, it appears to be a light golden to darker bronze color, which is a strong fruity aroma. It often refers to the finest, like champagne, in the world's tea. So now I'm going to brew it. So. Okay, so always warm the teapot. So we'll warm the teapot. Just pour a little bit in there. Waiting for the teapot to warm, I'll discuss the origins of Darjeeling. For a tea to be called Darjeeling, it needs to come from the Darjeeling district, the state of West Bengal, India. Darjeeling tea is a legally protected geographical designation for teas grown and manufactured in a way specifically defined for this region, Darjeeling. This situation is similar to designation given to champagne, which is a sparkling wine grown in the Champagne region of France. Okay, so now we're going to actually put the tea. We'll be using exactly 3 grams for ourselves and 3 grams for the teapot. So let's see. I'm going to measure it out like this. This is the tea caddy spoon they gave us. So 1. If I like this tea, I might purchase some more. It is a limited edition, of course, but they most likely will still have it in their stash. So, okay, so then we're going to pour some more water. There we are. This is the liqueur. It is quite light and in a caramel color. And the next we'll talk about the tasting notes. Always have your napkin, and we'll place it like this. Okay. So now let's try this tea. So it does have that Darjeeling, but it's very, very smooth. It's light, and it is indeed brisk. And it has that slight, like, bouquet, slight bouquet. So I might, excuse me while I slurp. Unfortunately, you do not slurp, but when you're tasting tea, you want to aerate your cups. It is quite brisk. Well, Darjeelings are like champagnes. It is full-bodied indeed, but it is very smooth, which I do appreciate this in this tea. So. Divine. So I'll set this down, and we'll continue drinking. So what I taste is like pastries. Baked bread, and when I breathe and it's tickling in the back of the tongue, it's kind of like a cinnamony citrus. It's very floral and light. It's the honey, the malt that is coming through in the back of the tongue and on the front of the tongue. So those are the receptors that I feel from this La Belle Époque. So it does have that sense of old era, like pastries and luscious, sumptuous of that period, the fashion, the technology, the arts. So the more I taste it, it has a bit of spiciness. It's quite strange, but I suppose that's from cinnamon. We should do at least 3 infusions to see how the taste and the flavors last. So now this is the second infusion. There's a lot of aerated bubbles, which is good. The second brew is a little bit stronger, but the third brew should be the best brew out of the tea. I still have that light citrusness. It's still very smooth. There's no bitterness at all, and it has this light honey texture. And Darjeelings are known for their smoothness, especially if they're definitely from Darjeeling. So now the third infusion. It's quite funny. They call things like tea drunkenness, and I do feel a little bit of that. Well, they do call it champagne tea Darjeeling, so the last one. And it's a rich, a red color. And I actually paired this tea with this cup, the Kutani cup that I talked about in my last few videos. It's still very strong, but it's not as malty as it was. It's actually kind of lighter now. But it just matches the La Belle Époque with the Japanese pheasants and the little bird on the tin. So it does have that bit of not raspiness, but it kind of tickles the back of the tongue and the tip of the tongue. So if you'd like me to link this tea, I can in the description box below, so I should do that. It's very lovely. If you like Darjeeling teas, or any type of tea that is like a malty tea, like Ceylon. Ceylon's actually my personal favorite, and that's a very much Sri Lankan tea, and I can definitely tell this is from the cultivar Sri Lanka. If you look at it, it's slightly broken. Most characterized in black teas. At least it's not like tea bag tea. But I always recommend loose leaf teas so you can have the full experience. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to be updated when the next video comes out, please subscribe. Good day, my dears. Enjoy life elegantly with tea.